Ooh, it's cold outside this morning. Even yesterday morning, it was freezing after this warm weather we've had. I tell you, I said snow above 1,200 metres today or something this morning, and like snowing down like around Melbourne, parts of Victoria and stuff, man. It's chilly, man. I'm telling you. I was feeling like summer, and now she's cold. But anyway, let's head outside. Got another vlog for you. I want to show you the grow bags that I'm using now. And I think they're going to be pretty good, and it'll be something that I'd like to keep you guys updated on, because if you're not using grow bags, maybe you should move over to them as well. Whoa, the garden. Whoa. Well, this company sent me an email yesterday. They might be sending me some type of weather station to trial. Now, they do that quite often, send me emails and different things, and I'm sort of sus on, you know, like a lot of stuff that they try and flog me that come out of China. I reckon half it's crap. So, I don't bother showing it to you guys. But if I get an email saying that, yeah, they're keen to do it, and they're prepared to even pay me a bit. I'm sick of just doing videos for the point of doing a video, right? It's got to be a good product, and it's got to serve a purpose, and it's got to help you guys and help me at the same time. But anyway, getting back to the grow bags. Look, we're moving out into the garden here, and I'll just give you a little scan around before we go to those grow bags. So, lawn needs to be mowed. There is no doubt about that. I'm slowly working on getting the garden looking good again, because it's a subtropical garden and permaculture garden, and it's really giving me some great therapy in these sort of horrible times, getting out in here again and starting working on everything. I am thoroughly enjoying it. There is no doubt about garden therapy. It works, man. Now, morning sun, that's so bright. All right, so yeah, it's a bit darker here as we've sort of moved down through, and hopefully it'll lighten up a bit. Trying to get a good spot, because I want to show you sort of what's going on. It's a long garden, and it sort of starts at a little fence here and goes down, and I could probably walk, I don't know, 30 seconds from one end to the other. The lens does make it look a bit longer and bigger than it actually is, but I fit a lot of stuff in here. I love small space gardening, and I do have some older videos about sort of small space gardening on the channel, because it's something I'm very passionate about, and I believe you can fit more in than what people think. And a lot of the time, from my experience, people take on too much too quick, and then they burn out, or they don't have enough mulch, or they don't have enough fertilizer, or they don't have enough time. Time can be a really big factor as well. So when we're small space gardening, especially permaculture, sort of organic style, because we're thinking about all the different ways we can plant. We plant in levels. So you have your ground covers, and coming up into your mid ranges, and and then you sort of get your upper canopies, and then yeah, you're sort of working on your levels, and that way you're using all your vertical space at the same time. Now, this is a seedling avocado tree growing here next to a happy plant. Happy plant's being grown, actually. It's going to be chopped again soon, make a new one. This is a mother plant for selling plants. It's got a reason to be there other than a windbreak. It's a great plant. This avocado here is seedling avocado. It's for a windbreak as well. Got the frangipani, which is going to flower up behind, and the edible lily pilly. I've got a video on this called this plant does it all, Syzygium resilience. Yeah, a bit of a sort of like, it didn't fruit up as well this time, but usually it fruits up all over, and beautiful edible fruit. So that's my windbreak area in the back here. But we're going to move around to these bags. I just harvested a whole lot of stuff out of the hungry bin. I've got to show you this. Sorry, I'm slowly moving around to the grow bags to give you a look. See, it's half empty. I've got a reason for that, but I don't know if I want to share that with you guys just yet. Maybe if you want to know later, let me know in the comments box down below. But look at all this material. It's not castings, but it's quite a good compost that's come out of there. And I'm going to use that for growing and filling garden bags. Now, we're going to move over to the garden bags. Now, had some oregano going in a pot. It wasn't doing so good. Moved it into this grow bag. And look at that. I use it on pizza and in my tomato sauces. And someone who guessed this the other day, Cape Horn gooseberry. It grows better in a cooler climate. So you got it in the hot of summer, doesn't like it. And so you got to keep it in sort of like morning sun, spattled shade. Beautiful little lantern berries. And really yummy. And I'm believing it's going to grow really great in these grow bags. Now, someone guessed the sage too, which was really cool. This sage plant, it's growing in a plastic pot. Avocado tree, growing in a grow bag as well. Now, I do have quite a few grow bags left, and I'm not using them on everything, but I'm really going for it with the grow bags. This is a really interesting plant. It's called red basil. I got it from my friend Woz, who you've seen in other videos. He does worm farming as well. And I just sort of give it a bit of a trim back because I want it to grow back through. Really interesting plant. And this is about 3 or 4 years, probably 3 years old from a cutting. The plant here from the cutting's only maybe 6 months, but the plant I got it from was about 2 years old. Just keeps on growing and keeps on flowering. Beautiful ornamental as well. So we've got down here some garlic chives. I love garlic chives because I use them for nearly everything. And again, growing in a grow bag. Now, these grow bags, there's all different types of ones, right? And I think they're going to start making them, if they can do these out of like recycled plastic and get them so the air goes through. Because the idea with grow bags, right, is so the air gets through to the roots. And I really love that because in nature, that's what happens more often. And if you plant and use a good quality, like I've used quality compost, and it's got the castings mixed through, you can see a little bit of coffee on top as well. But the reason is, if you use a good quality potting mix, like a good organic potting mix, where I've used compost and castings, a sort of blockage structure, the air will go through and the roots will split sideways and they won't sort of twist around the bag, and so it gives it an air pruning, and that helps the plants grow much better and much bigger and even a smaller pot, and it allows the roots to breathe and take in oxygen. So that helps all this microbial activity in here from the compost and castings to stay alive. Also, there's compost worms moving through these, and which is really great to see. And when I dig through, I always find my compost worms in them. And so we've got this one's called Society Garlic, and you can eat the leaves from these. It's yet edible flower, yet to flower up, but it will. A little strawberry on the side here. Got basil coming up as well, and I use this in stir fries and things. It's been picked pretty hard lately. Another old basil that's just starting to come back now. Again, pruned him pretty hard and waiting for him to grow because, you know, summertime. So this one here, this is an Aussie bush food, and the fruit inside looks a bit like caviar. If anyone knows what it is, please let me know in the comments box down below. This is a really hard one to guess, right? But it is an Aussie food, and the Japanese love them, right? They absolutely love them. So we've got some betel leaf growing in here, some cuttings in these bags as well. Now, betel leaf is one of my favourite plants for growing in the summer. You can grow it pretty much most places, but not in the winter in the cool temperate zones. And it's got these new shoots coming up. High protein leaf that you can use for wraps and teas and things, and really, really good. I think you vegos out there should know more about the betel leaf plant. So you've got seedlings coming up, whole lots of sort of heirloom lettuces. We've got some Asian lettuces coming up in here as well, some Asian greens. Over at the back, some runner beans. I'm going to move back to the bags because I stashed some down the bottom here. Here they are. Let's have a look at these bags. I'm going to put the GoPro down. Yep, I gave away the secret. I'm filming on a new GoPro Hero 9, and it's given me a new surgeons for vlogging. You stay up there, camera, but I don't know if I like the tripod that they sold me to go with it. It's not really, doesn't balance very good. You can see it's nearly wanting to fall over again. It's like, it's a bit of a nightmare. I'm just going to turn off here and take the grow bags inside and we'll start filming in there. Woo! So I am back inside now. Just a bit easier for filming. Put some lights on around me. Sun's coming through the window and it is warming up. And I've got these little cherry tomatoes that I'm doing root cuttings in the water, and I'll put them up on the windowsill and they love it. Behind this curtain here, it's a little tip for you. So the sun's coming through, we create a little white sort of reflector background so it warms right up. Starts to think that it's summer, right? Trick the plants. And they're throwing some roots out a little bit earlier because, as I said, it was really warm and then whoo, she dropped down in temperature real quick. Anyway, look, here's some of the grow bags. Look at this. Now that holds around about 15 litres. I don't know what that is in sort of gallons. Maybe you can let us know in the comments box down below, guys, if you know you're changing math for that. They didn't really teach us that at school. I could probably go look it up, but litres. So anyway, I'll give you a look around. So you fold them out and the material, it just feels sort of like a breathable material. I really don't know exactly what this is made out of. I ordered these from China about 8 months ago, and I was thinking about selling them, but I just decided to use them because I really like the concept of these grow bags, for the fact that most of my plants, they seem to sort of always get pot bound near the end there and the roots are wrapping around. And I like the idea of growing sort of like getting small fruit trees and large tomatoes and all types of stuff happening in these. And because they've got handles, I can just sort of like move it around from spot to spot. And yeah, and sort of like give the plants the best option that they can have. Now, if you're using grow bags or you're considering using some, I'd like to get a bit of a conversation going down below and let me know how they're going for you. I know they've been around for a long time now and people have been having pretty good success with them. I just want to hear from you guys what you think about grow bags, and if you'd like to keep updated on how they're going at my place. And so the reason I did this garden video is because I had to look through a lot of my statistics sort of inside my analytics area, and people are really starting to watch a lot of my gardening videos again on small space. So I'd like to really mix it in with the worm farming stuff, because I feel, like I do the worm farming to grow plants. That's why I do it. Also, I do dig worms. Who wouldn't, right? I know plenty of people go, ooh, worms, but I don't know why I'm cracking up laughing. I'm laughing at my own stupid jokes. Anyway, let me know what you think about these grow bags down below. If you'd like to see more garden stuff, garden tips and tricks and different things for small space gardening around my little garden here in the back part of the New South Wales coast, on the mid-north coast of Australia, which is sort of like the southern part of the subtropics, right? Just before we sort of start hitting the temperate zones. It's where you see your first sort of palm tree if you're heading sort of south to north. So the south part of Australia is coldest, head north right up the tropics. It's where you see your first sort of palm trees and your first patches of sort of subtropical rainforest where I live. So we do get cold, but it's a pretty good temperature all year round if you live on the coast. Anyway, look, I'm Marty from Marty's Garden. If you haven't left already, thanks for watching the video right through. Give me a big thumbs up. There's going to be more videos around here and here. There's a subscribe button down here. If you're enjoying the show, please subscribe for more vlogs, and we'll see you at the next video real soon. Here comes a flexi hand. Grow bags, grow bags. How are you using grow bags? Bye for now.